G'day YouTube, Max Wright here, and we have an epic breakout from this bull flag exactly as predicted just 2 days ago. So I gave you lots of warning for this. Hopefully a lot of you guys are in on this trade and it's going to work out really well. Right here in this video, I'm going to give you a heads up of a few different scenarios that might play out, where my stop losses are, where my take profits are. It's going to be a really good learning situation for all of you guys. So go ahead, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and let's get into it. So we have here the bull flag, which I told you about the other day. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, two little bits of housekeeping. One, I got about 3,000 new subscribers here the last couple of weeks. And for you new guys, I want you to be aware, people in the world of Bitcoin on all the YouTube channels, people impersonate, they pretend to be the host of the channel in the comments and act like they're speaking from my voice, or if you're on somebody else's channel, you're speaking like they're on their voice. And they say, hey, send me your Bitcoins and I'll manage them for you. Or, you know, invest it, here's this best thing I'm doing, it's a mining pool or whatever. Usually they ask you to get on the WhatsApp chat and talk about it. Listen, it's all chat, it's all nonsense and very, very, very easy to disprove. Let me see, I'll see if I can find a video here real fast. Is this one of my videos? Yes, okay, let's bring this in here. Okay, so here's one of my videos. All right. When the real me speaks, Contrarian dude is written in this gray, right? It's got a gray, the name is highlighted. See, everyone else's name is not highlighted, okay? Another thing, if you click on this, you'll go through to my channel, you'll see I've got 25,000 subscribers. You can't fake that. What happens is people steal this photo and they steal this name and they create just another account. They haven't hijacked my account, they've got another account and they just choose this name and choose my photo. But if you click on it, they don't have any subscribers. So it's easy to prove that they're not the real deal. And their name's not highlighted. Okay, so do not fall for these things. It's just so sad to hear newbies just lose all their Bitcoin because they thought they were talking to me or the host of another channel, and they send their Bitcoins to a, or any altcoins to a scammer. So please, please, please do not fall for that trick, everybody. Okay, awesome. Let's get back into it. Here's the bull flag. So, okay, on Sunday, I taught you about this bull flag that was forming and predicted that we're going to have a breakout here at some point soon, I suspected. It happened the very next day. So you guys had a good 24 hours, or maybe even 48, maybe it was here, 48 hours to get in and get prepared for this trade. And then last night it happened. So the way it works, so this orange dotted line, this is an alert. And I set up, so what happened was the price came down here and I set up an alert. It was like, okay, if we hit like this point here, 4,600 the next day, we're going to be outside of the trend. We're going to have broken this green trend line, and my phone sends me an alert, so I don't have to sit here and look at charts all day, right? And I get the alert. I come in, and we've broken out. Now, I'm an impatient trader. Technically, all the textbooks and all the pro traders and the people who are very, very disciplined, they say wait for confirmation. Meaning, wait for this candle to close. And this happened about 30 minutes after this candle started. That's right. So we had like 23 and a half hours to wait for this candle to close. And in fact, it still hasn't closed. We have, you can see right here, 7 hours to go before this candle closes. So it's still not confirmed, okay? I didn't wait. I'm an impatient person. I'm not a professional trader. I'm an amateur trader. And I went ahead and took the position right here. And you can see here, this actually is my position. I have set, still not, okay. This is gonna be a big juicy gain here. So I set my profit, where I'm gonna take profit is way up here, right? At this point of 75,288, right? And I'm gonna double check that because I did that kind of quick. I wasn't too worried about it. And then once I did that, I thought, okay, so let's say things go against me, and I'll show you in just a moment how things, you know, probably going to turn against me here in a little bit, but hopefully not so far that I get stopped out. So if I put my stop loss way down here, I was like, okay, if this comes back inside the trend line and the prices comes back down here below this trend line, I'm in trouble, and I'm going to abort this mission. Abort mission, I'm going to sell, I'm going to take the loss. In that case, I would have bought here, sold here, take the loss. But if it does not break the trend line, most likely I believe is it's going to bounce back up all the way up to the 70-something thousand, and in which case you can see here my risk-reward ratio, 4.96. Let me do this, 4.96, right? So let's call it a 5. That means I can get this trade wrong 4 times and only get it right once, and I end up even. because the time that I get it right, I make 5 times more money than I lost. Okay? So there, my stop loss, just so you know, right here, 40,236. That's where it's currently set. Okay, let's have a look at the previous bull flag. And it seems as though, before we get into that, it seems as though this is the channel of bull flags. So right here we have bull flag 1, bull flag 2. We just broke out of it. We'll see where we're going. And then this red channel here is this like long-term channel. It likes to be in it. It breaks up. Bull flags back down through it. Comes up, stays in it for a while, goes up, bull flags back through it. Okay, this is the channel of bull flags apparently. Okay, thank you, Bitcoin. Over here in this channel, this was the channel of symmetrical triangles. There was this symmetrical triangle. There was this symmetrical triangle. And there was this symmetrical triangle. And when Bitcoin was on this leg, and I spoke about this in the video 2 days ago that I released on Saturday morning, that Bitcoin's going to have a bunch of channels, and they, amazingly enough, it looks like this red channel that we're in is super vertical and couldn't possibly get any more vertical. But I went back and I showed you in 2017 how there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these channels over the year, and every time you'd think it couldn't get any more vertical, it got more vertical. Okay, so by my estimation, this was channel 1, and this red one that we're in right now, channel number 2. At some point, and usually it has 2 or 3 of these, it's bull flags in this instance. Over here it's symmetrical triangles, but these little downtrends, these little whatever, the price is coming back. It has 2, 3, 4 of these per of those channels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has 2 or 3. So this is the second one. This could be the end of it. There might be another one just after this, and then it's going to go really vertical, in my opinion. Just guessing, just looking at history. So let's take a look at the previous one. And I'll flick back to the hourly here. You'll see it a little more obviously. So I think this is the current bull flag, or you want to go back to the previous bull flag. Okay, so here you can see this is the previous bull flag. Let's zoom it on up. And when we got the breakout, you'll see it broke out, came back and confirmed, really went up big time to this trend line, and then came all the way back and confirmed this trend line as support. So it was resistance, 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 support, support. We've now confirmed. So on the hourly, we confirmed it 1, 2, 3 times. On the daily, we just confirmed it once. It came back, and right here, this was a confirmation. By the way, I always get the question, again, a lot of new people here. In the description of this video, you'll see a link to the charting software I use. I always have people ask, how do you do it? You can click the link in the description. You can go ahead. I'm pretty sure they have free accounts, and you can, this is a paid account, but I'm pretty sure you can get a free account, and you can do all these charts, and you can make these trend lines yourself, etc. So we broke out, came back, confirmed support, and then it was off to the races. So like I said, the more disciplined traders, very often they wait for it to come back and confirm support, or they wait for a candle to be closed outside of here. Like usually a larger time frame candle. But sometimes that doesn't work. For example, if we go back to this trend line breakout right here, it never came back and confirmed support. It went up here and then hung out for a little bit and then absolutely took off. Well, actually, so it did not come back and confirm support of the trend line, but it did wait for the daily candle to close before the next daily candle. It shot up in the next daily candle. Okay, so on the one hand, I want to teach you guys how to be pro traders. I'm not a pro trader, I'm an amateur trader, and I kind of do this for shits and giggles. I'm an investor. I've made the vast majority of my money as an investor. I just buy and hold, and that's all I do. But I started playing around with charting and the technical analysis the last year, and so I'm learning as I go, and I teach you what I learn as I go. So I want everyone to understand that caveat. So I was not as patient as I should be. It looks like it's pretty smart at the moment. I bought at 46,000 here. Right here, I bought at 46,000. When my alarm went off, I came into the room, looked at it. Okay, this looks exactly what I thought it was going to look like. I went ahead and bought. Set my stop loss and have an eye for a target here. Woke up this morning and it's gone up really nicely. Okay, great. I'm looking like it's in profit. It would not surprise me at all if it comes back down and tests this trend line. Won't surprise me, won't scare me. I'm totally thinking that that's a possibility. There's no guarantee it will, which is why I chose to get in here. If I thought it was for certain going to come down and test, I would wait and buy down here, right? But sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just takes off. And so I got in my position here. So the question becomes now, I know because I gave you guys a 2 days heads up on this, there would have been a lot of people prepared for this. There would have been a lot of people on this trade right now. And so, you know, congratulations on all of that, for all of those people. If you were not one of those people, the question becomes, should I buy now? And now, it's still probably going to work out for you, because let's see, let's say our buy price was up here. Did that do what I thought it was going to do? Nope. That does it. Okay, so now the risk reward ratio is only 2.79. If you have the stop loss at the same point that I do, if you have the take profit place at the same place as I do, the risk reward ratio is only 2.79 as opposed to 5. So it's a significantly riskier trade to do now. However, if the price comes back down and you get and it confirms support, what you would do is you would wait for it to come down and bounce down somewhere near here, maybe take off again. You could get in at an even better risk reward ratio of 5.7. And so again, I'm talking to the traders, not the investors. If you're an investor, I think you're not going to learn this first time. You're not going to hit it out of the park as a trader. If you're an investor, don't trade. Just be an investor. Buy and hold. I think at the bottom of this bull flag, it's a fine time to buy and hold. So if you're an investor, just do it. If you're a trader, understand if you get in now, you're doing it with more risks. Not to say now it might turn out good. I'm just saying it might turn out there's more risk involved doing it here than when I did it. And for the patient people, if it might not definitely going to happen, but if it does come back down here, confirms support and takes off, now you can buy at the exact same price that I got or lower and have a much better risk reward ratio and a much more likely chance of success because it confirmed support. Okay? So arguably you're in the best position possible if you haven't made the trade yet. I did because I'm impatient, but a lot of people, it could turn out that you're going to be in a very good position. If it comes down here, bounces off this trend line, goes up, you're going to be looking very, very pretty. You can buy in here at, somewhere 45,000, 44,000. And then, as I said, I think we're going to go up here. Why do I think we're going to go up here to 70-something thousand in the next leg? That's how bull flags work. The way you do bull flags is with a vertical line, you go from I'm looking at the very peak of this bull flag. From the peak of that bull flag, you do it with a vertical flag. But over here, I'll show you where I'm doing it from. Here's the bottom of the flag. I need to do a vertical line, but I'm showing you what I'm lining it up with. So I'm lining it up with the bottom of the flag. This line needs to be perfectly vertical. Okay, now I've got a vertical line. So this is the pole, and this is the bull flag. We want the height of the pole, right? And that's what I just did with this line. Now, we grab this line and drag and drop it over to the breakout point. Here's where it broke out. Let's put it right on there exactly. And look at what happened. When it broke out, it rose up to the exact height of the pole. All right? This pole predicted, the height of this pole predicted how far this run would go until it turns around and lays down and does its next thing. This time it did a bull flag. Might be a symmetrical triangle, might be something else. But this pole predicted it. In this case, it predicted it perfectly. So do you set your sell right here at the absolute peak? No. What you do is you sell just in here. If you're a trader, not investors, you take a sell, you come down maybe 2, 3, 4%, and you sell here because everybody else knows this. It's not like there's a big secret that I'm telling you. It's just you might be learning it now, but all the pro traders know this. And so they don't wait till the very end because everybody else sells up there and you might not get filled, meaning your order might not get filled. So come down 2, 3, 4, 5%, make sure you get filled. You can close out of your trade here and you've just locked in a really, really nice profit. Let's see what this is. Without using any leverage, this was a 75% gain. Without using any leverage, that's a 75% gain. That is pretty damn epic. Okay, so that's how that works. Let me go ahead and delete this flag. Now let's do the exact same technique on the current bull flag, right? So we want a vertical line. I'm going to start here, right? I'm lining it up with the very, very peak of this thing. catch. Next thing, I'm lining it up with the very, very bottom part of the pole, but I want it to be vertical. So, okay, that's got me lined up. You see the dotted line headed over there? Click, catch. I'm going to come off auto size. We're going to grab this pole, take it to the point of the breakout, put it on the line, and we see the target of this line is 74,473. So I got a little bit carried away over here. I went too far. I'm going to bring my take profit area. I'll come down to 3-4%, something like that. And I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to call it 73,640. Call it good. When this, basically I'm in this trade. There's only two scenarios in this trade. And this is where I am disciplined. I'm ill-disciplined in a lot of places, but this is where I am disciplined. Once I set the trade, I know emotions cause havoc. There's fear, there's greed, there's excitement, there's whatever. Once I enter the trade, I'm a robot. I just do what the trade says. When it gets down here, this is already set up. I've got this set up. If it hits there, I'm going to stop loss and I'm out. And it's going to be a losing trade. If it comes up here, I'm going to sell. I'm going to take my profits. If it keeps going, I miss out, so be it. I'm going to sell here. If it lives in here and goes sideways for 6 months, then this trade is open for 6 months. This part of the trade I'm very, very disciplined in because I don't trust my emotions, and I highly encourage you not to trust your emotions about trying to choose when to sell. Once you make the trade, be a robot. Have your plan before you make the trade. Don't make a trade unless you do have an exit strategy for the trade, and then execute that strategy with blind loyalty. That is what I do. Again, this is amateur hour over here, but hopefully you guys can learn something from it. Maybe that works for you. Maybe it doesn't work for you. But the moment I let emotion get in, it hurts. It hurts me. I lose every time. So from here on in, I'm a robot. And we just let this ride and see what happens. All right, guys, if you appreciated this kind of content, if you like the education I've given you over the last 3 days, and by the way, the video that's absolutely crushing right now, people are loving it, is before this happened, when I taught you exactly what to happen. Click on, probably right up here, there'll be a card show up. No, it's gonna be on this side, right up there. And it's the easiest way to make money, to make big money in Bitcoin. And it kind of teaches a few of the principles that I've taught here, and you'll really understand the historical perspective of it and why it's so important. So I highly encourage you to make sure you check out that video next. So please subscribe, like, let me know in the comments below. Are you in on this trade? Did you not get in on it? Do you think you will get in on it if it comes down and tests this support line? Let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen. Is this going to turn out good, or is this going to turn out horrible and we're going to have to be selling way down here at this loss? Guys, take care, and I'll see you soon.